Hi guys, welcome to another installment of Footprints and Fire. Get a cup of tea made, sit yourself down and have a little watch, because today's installment we are going to be walking, setting up a camp, and we're also going to be cooking some food. We're going to cook some venison today guys, so I'm going to do like a venison pot roast type meal, so that'll be something for you to watch. So yeah guys, it's a venison wild camp today. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for the following so far and the subscribes and the constant viewings of my page. Look forward to making more videos, but here we are. I've also got this little guy back with me. His leg's healed, so for a few weeks now he's had a really bad leg. He hasn't been able to walk onto it, but it's getting better now, so he's able to come out and have a walk again. So yeah, he is back. He's not facing the camera though guys, so he's obviously not happy, but he's chilled, he's back out. It's a short walk and it's a little camp, so yeah, off we go to the video. So I've got pretty much everything with me today. So you know, I've got all my pack, I've got all my cooking stuff. I'm at a nice little area of a woodlands right here, as you can see. So yeah, this is quite a good little spot. I'm not going to be doing it here because it's too public. There's a lot of people around, so I'm going to be walking further into the forest and I'm going to be pitching up there. But this is where I'm going to start the initial video, because I'm having a little rest with the little turd, because he's done a little walk, so he needs to rest it now for a little bit before we can carry on. But we've got plenty of time. We got all day guys, we got all day. Why would we rush when we've got a full day and night ahead of us? Quite tempted to make myself a little brew as well. So there's a little picnic bench here, so that's an ideal spot to get my stove out and just make myself a little coffee, have a little relax, chill out, have a little bite to eat, and just yeah, get prepared for the day. I mean, he's over there, I'm going to bring him over here in a minute. So yeah, I'm going to start making a brew. Oh, I've still got this stupid bag on when I'm about to make a brew. I'm going to take this bag off and then I'm going to make a brew. I'm going to go get him first though. With me today in my bag, I'll show you what I've got with me further on in the video, but I'll show you everything that I've got, okay? Dog's over here. He still hasn't changed. He's still the annoying dog he once was. But yeah, no, I've got him here just behind me. As you can see, his little head poking up. So I'm going to make myself a little brew. So I'm going to get some stuff out of my bag, make myself a little brew. It's been a few weeks since I've been out properly and done a proper wild camp, proper everything, cooked some proper food. But I'm here now. I'm going to do the day. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I've got with me as well, so you can see what I've brought with me today. Obviously I bought myself a big bottle of water, that's for me and the dog, but I also brought a small little bottle as well. I picked up a protein shake along the way, just as a little in-between meal replacement. That's what I've got there. What else did I bring? So the tent I'm using today is the Night Cat Outdoors hammock tent. But I'm not using it as a hammock today because of the dog. He can't fit in the hammock with me, so I'm using it as the tent. It's a low profile stealth tent mode. It looks pretty good, it's well hidden as well, and it is an actual decent sort of like tent. It's not ideal for me as a hammock, obviously because of the dog, the size of the dog. We just don't fit in there, we don't agree with each other. We'd end up fighting, we wouldn't be friends, so we can't go in the hammock. So it's stealth tent mode today. I also brought myself an extra jacket. This is just like a fleece sort of like hoodie. It's green, so it matches the colours of the woodlands, so it's kind of stealthy as well, do you know what I mean? It's a bit checkered, but it'll keep me warm just as an extra layer if I need to put an extra layer on. That is one of the most important things as well, is layering up, or bringing layers with you, because a lot of people tend to go out with what they've got and then they find that they haven't got enough, or they get cold, so they've got nothing to change into. It's harder to get warm from being really cold, do you get what I mean? It's harder because if you get too cold and you try to get warm, it's just not enough. So you basically make sure you're warm most of the time. That's what I do anyway. Like I said, I bought an extra bottle of water, that's for the dog to drink. You know, you can never have too much water. I mean, obviously there's extremes of water, but always make enough, do you know what I mean? I've just pulled the food bag out here. So in the food I've got, in this box, there's some mixed vegetables that I've got in there for my dinner later. I brought some black pudding just as an extra, because I like a bit of black pudding. It's always quite nice to have. There's some venison steaks, so I'm going to be having venison steaks. It's going to be like a venison sort of like roast. That's what I'm going to be having later on. A couple of potatoes, you know what I mean? I bought a stock pot as well, so that's going to be nice to have a little drizzle over the meat and the potatoes. I've also got a seasoning, a steakhouse seasoning, which is the, it's just steakhouse, yeah. And then I've also got a chicken peri peri seasoning as well, just in case. I probably won't use the chicken peri peri, but it's there. A bit of fry light. This is just a spray in the pan just to get the meat cooking. Onion, you know, just all the general bits to make a nice meal. That's basically what I brought food wise, but you'll see me cooking later on in the video anyway, so I'll take you through that. Got myself a little lantern. I've also got my cutting utensil for social media use. It's covered. This is a cooking utensil and cutting utensil. You all know what it is if you do this kind of thing. Brought a couple of mess tins as well. There you go. It's got my gas canister in it. That's what I'll be using to make my brew in a second. So that's all that there. What else have I got? I've got like a little bum bag. I class this as my fire starting pack. It's just basically what I use to put like all my fire starting stuff, my ferro rods, my Vaseline, anything that I can use to make a campfire. I put it all in this fire pack here. So that's basically everything like that in there. One of the last but not least, I've got my stove here, which I'm going to be using in a second to make my brew. I've also got my tin cup, which my coffee will go in. My Medipack, my hand wipes pack, basically all my utensils and everything that I need medication wise is in there. It's quite a lot of stuff I bring with me. Here's my kettle. Here we are, my little kettle. I'm going to be using that in a second to make my brew. So yeah, I've taken you through most of the stuff that I bring. I've got a few other bits, but you just basically get the gist of what I bring with me on a camp. This is more than enough than what I need. You can bring more if you want to carry it. You can bring less if you don't want to carry this much. It just depends on your preference really, on what you prefer to bring. Me, this is adequate enough for me, so this is what I'm bringing. But you know, like I said, you can change it. So the grueling job. Let's put everything back in the bag that I've just took out to show you guys. So guys, let's get a brew on the go on the kettle. I haven't even used this kettle as well yet. This is the first time I'm using this kettle, so for me it's a new thing as well. So I'm going to try it, see what it looks like. I'll see how it performs anyway. I only brought a small gas canister as well. You know, it's a small canister with just the screw-on stove. It's just an easy one for me. It's easy to use, it's not very heavy, and it'll do the job for what I want it for anyway. Guess what? If you haven't tried these, you should try them. Taylor's coffee bags, yeah? You can get them in different flavours as well, different styles, different strength roasts. They are really good. They are really good. If you're watching Yorkshire Tea or Taylor's, I'll tag you in the thing. Just think, I could be making these on every camp. Give us a follow, guys. Give us some tea bags. Give us some coffee bags. We'll have all the coffee bags. But yeah, let's get this brew on the go, guys. Let's get this brew on the go. Let's get down to business. Ooh, there goes the water, there goes the water. That should be enough for a little brewski. Should be enough for a little brewski, guys. Should be enough. So, we begin. Like I said, this is the first time I've used this kettle, so let's see how it performs. Put the lid on, the old mucker. I might have to put it down there though, because out of the wind, I've got my bag and everything down here, so I'm going to boil it down there, guys. Once it's boiled, I'll probably bring it back up just to show you. But yeah, I've also got this little cutlery box that I got. I put my cutlery in it just as a little makeshift, sort of like, you know, so it puts them all together and keeps them secure in your bag. So yeah, let's get this on the go. Nice little stirring spoon for my coffee. I'd just like to say as well, you know, I do in every video, but I like to appreciate people and tell people, you know, I just appreciate people watching my videos, taking the time out of their life to even just watch some of the video or all of the video, because I do know it's taking people's time out of their life, and you know, for someone to do that, it means a lot to me. As I'm a new creator, it means a lot to me that people do that, because I feel like someone's actually took the time out of their day to actually take notice of me, and that means loads to me. You know, forget money, forget gifts, forget this, that and the other, forget anything donated to my channel. The main thing is people watching it, you know. So yeah, thanks guys, I really appreciate it. I love every time I get one view. You know, I ain't got thousands of views, I haven't got thousands of subscribers, but when I get a new subscriber or one view, I'm just like, yes, you know, thanks guys, you know, thanks for watching that, you know. I think that's what happens with a lot of the bigger creators as well, is they lose the will to be grateful. So they don't seem to be as grateful anymore because they have what they need. They don't seem to be as grateful. They're not as humble in their videos because they just know they'll get loads of views anyway. They'll get paid for it anyway and people will watch them. But that's the value lost, I think. So for me, having a smaller platform, I appreciate it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I feel big because people watch me, you know, and I appreciate them. It's a bit bloody windy, guys. I'm not sure the stove is faring up too much here. It's alright, it'll get boiled. Maybe I should put something in front of it just to make it a bit of a windbreaker type thing. Meanwhile, while the coffee is brewing, I'm sat here thinking about the joys of life. Sounded really intelligent then, didn't I? Maybe I should do more content like that. Or maybe I just sound like an absolute idiot. But yeah, I'm waiting for the brew to be done. I'm waiting to get my Taylor's coffee bag in there. I'm waiting, it ain't done yet. It's alright, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Let's pop the coffee bag into the kettle. So we pop the coffee bag into the kettle. Bloop. Drop my wrapper. Leave no trace, never leave any rubbish. If you drop rubbish, pick it up. If you see it flying about, pick it up. It's just respect for the land, you know what I mean? Just respect for the land. Too many people litter and leave their litter, you know? It's disrespectful. I pick every piece up. I normally go home with about loads of bits in my pockets from wrappers that I can't be asked to put in the bin, so I put it in my pockets. Let's mix this around a little bit. Let's let this brew a little bit. Ooh. How do you like your coffee in the morning? It's not got as much of a ring to it as how do you like your eggs in the morning, has it? But how do you like your coffee in the morning? It's boiling lovely, by the way, guys, boiling lovely. Let's check the progress of the simmering of the tea bag. It's looking pretty damn sharp to me. Do you want to look inside? Let's have a little look inside. There it is, guys. There it is. Whoa, it's like a drawn view of a coffee in a kettle. Ooh, there's the bag now. I think that'll do, me old mucker. I think that'll do, me old mucker. So now the kettle is brewing. We've got the brew made in there, so we can now put the stove over there. Here is the kettle. Let's have a look at the brewski. Oh yeah, look at that, mate. Look at that. Wait until you see this. Wait until you see this. Let's pour the coffee out. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Oh, itchy nose. I think that's enough, guys. We've nearly used it. We've nearly used it. It's nearly all out. Nearly all out. So there we have the coffee, guys. Let's give it a little stir. See what it's about. First time I've used that kettle. Let's have a little slurp. coffee in the woods. Smell the aroma. Cheers. Little view of the dog there he is. First time back out. Whey! It's his first time back out, guys, and we are drinking our brew. Roadman in the woods. This is cool. Coffee on a Saturday. Coffee in the woods. Hood up. This is how you wear your hood, mate. This is how you wear your hood. This is real gangster. Oh, oh. Let's get down to business. So I've had my coffee, I've done a bit of the videos. Yeah, I'm just walking around the area. There's the dog there, see? There he is, guys. He's back, he's back. This is back where I belong, in the outdoors. So yeah, next stage of the day is to head towards the camp, guys. Who's up for a bit of game of hide and seek? Let's play Can You Find Me? Did you find me in all 3 spots? Did you see me in all 3 spots? Let me know in the comments. So, off we go again. Dog's ready, I'm ready, we're off. We're gonna go for a little session now. We're gonna go find our little spot and we're gonna pitch up there and then we're gonna relax for the day. And that'll be where, excuse me, that'll be where the evening will end, really. Where I'm going now is where I'm going to be staying for the whole night. So yeah, a little tiny walk out of the way, a little bit stealth, and then we can, you know, get the camp going. Because obviously you have to keep yourself, you know, hidden a little bit, just in case. But yeah, we're off. This is the woodland that we're at. Just gonna go down the trail a little bit, down the track a little bit, and find our spot. There's a dog. It's quite a nice day because, on a good day, because obviously the dog's back. Obviously he's been injured for weeks. So welcome back guys. We found our spot just here. I'll show you around the spot in a second. But we've came to our spot. This is where we're going to be tonight. So yeah, we're here. First things first is get the bag off, get our area prepped. Need to find some seats, a couple of seats. Now let's let the bag fall down. I'll take you around the little spot that we're going to be at. So there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right in front of that, so it's a bit hidden. The rest of it is all hidden. It's in bushes and trees and logs and stuff like that. So it'll make an ideal spot. I'm going to pitch right there in front of that. And then I'm going to have my fire somewhere over here, a little bit in the middle. So this will make a perfect spot. So yeah, we're here. Dog's over there. He's tied up a little bit. He'll be going in the tent in a bit. So yeah, I'm going to start getting the area prepped now, guys. So you'll be able to see me prep the area. I'm going to get myself a seat for the fire. That's an adequate size log to sit on, so that's what I'll be using here. I'm gonna have the fire here. I'll have this to sit on, so it'll be something to sit on, and then my tent just behind me. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna be. Oh, there you go, perfect. So that's that bit sorted. Just need to gather some wood now. There's plenty around here. In fact, there's some over there. Obviously this is a spot because it's already been stacked. so I'll use some of that. Perfectio. And there's some more stacked here as well. Or is that where someone had a fire and just covered it up? Probably is where someone had a fire and covered it up. I've seen one fire around here where they didn't clean it up, so I cleaned it up, because obviously it's not fair. Let's get my spot ready for the fire here. This is where my fire is going to be, here. I've moved the leaves, cleared the mud, so I'll be stacking it here to make my fire. And this is where I'll be camping. Obviously that's my seat there, and then I'm going to pitch just over there. It's quite hidden, this area. It's quite a secluded little one, so it'll do perfect for tonight. Anyway, it'll do perfect. So to start the fire, I need some like really thin dead twigs just to get it started, and then I can start putting the bigger logs on top once it gets going. This thin stuff here is quite good, you know, to use as like tinder to get it started. It burns really easy because it's so thin, and obviously, you know, it's twigs in it. So yeah, so that's what I'll be using to start with. I've got a few logs and there's plenty of wood around this area, so I won't go without any wood. There's a lot of dead wood on the floors, there's a lot of dry wood as well. So yeah, perfect. So this is where I'm going to be setting up tonight. So that's going to be my seat, that's going to be my table where I'm going to prep and do all my food on, and then that's where the fire's going to be. So it's a nice little setup area. I think because my tent's a low profile tent, I think I'm going to do it long ways inside that, so it's well hidden. It's actually enclosed in something, so there's no way it's going to be seen from the distance. And there's the dog in his natural habitat, exploring the woods himself. The beauty. But that's him. Nico, Nico. Hello, mate. Hello, good boy. That's a beautiful dog, isn't it? He loves it out here. It's actually a cool little spot, this. The log that I'm sat on had a stick hanging out of it. So what I've done is put the lead on that stick and push the stick into the ground. So the log's sturdy. The stick's into the ground, keeping the lead on, so it keeps the dog sorted. So he's right next to me. Nico. Yeah. So he's right next to me now. Chilling out. But he can't get loose because I'm actually sat on the bench that's holding him down. So yeah. Hello, mate. You gonna sit down, mate? He just won't rest, that's the problem. Even though he's had an injured leg, he still won't rest. So but yeah, I'm all ready. I've got my seat, I've got my table, I've got my fire area, I've got where I'm camping, I've got the wood sorted out. I don't have to do anything apart from now just sit and enjoy myself. So I might make another coffee and bring you back once I've set the tent up and everything and relaxing, and then I'm ready to cook food. I want to try cooking the light today, because when I cook in the dark you don't get to see the full effect, and I've got a table today, so I might make sure it's cookable, you know, in the light, so you get the full videos. There he is enjoying it. He's just enjoying the view now. So this is where I'm going to be tonight. This is me setting up. So this is, I've put it inside some kind of little shelter, so it's not visible. Once it's going down, it'll be low profile, so that'll be out of the way. That's hidden. There's my Nightcat Outdoors 75 litre backpack. That's all emptied with the quilts and stuff now. So in this, just to keep me warm tonight, I've tried a different approach for me and the dog as well. So I've got the Nightcat Outdoors hammock underquilt, which is the bottom layer. I've got a thin hammock, I've got a thin sleeping bag on the next level, and then I've got my red sleeping bag on the top. So that's basically what I'll be sleeping in tonight. There's obviously my bag, which is half unpacked. Early in the video, that's my little seat, and that's my table. And right there is going to be where the fire is. So yeah, basically, Nico, basically this is my whole camp for the night. So this is my little area. There's my tent in the corner, obviously my seat and table, and the dog is there. So that's the tent set up and everything. So now I am literally ready to go. All there's to do now is prep the food and put the food on, but I need a fire to be doing that, so I need to wait for it to get a little bit darker before I start putting the fire on. So it's time to start prepping the food. First I'm going to start cutting the potatoes. I'm going to cut them into like thin slices, so I'm going to be using them as like fried potatoes, if you like, because I don't think I'll have time to do roast potatoes, so I'm going to cook them in like a fried sort of like method, and that way they'll cook easier because they're thinner, and it'll just be same. It'll be the same thing, you know. It'll just be a little. They'll just be thinner. That's all. So yeah. I think, to be honest with you, one potato is going to be enough, because once I fry them, that'll be fine. So that's the potatoes done. Now it's time to start cooking prepping the onions. So I'm going to chop the onions up, because you've got to have onions when you have any kind of meal. It just adds that little bit of flavouring, do you know what I mean? So it'll be prepping the onion now. I prefer red onions to white onions. That's just practically just my choice. Not everybody's the same, but I prefer red onions. I think they taste a bit nicer, to be honest with you. Let's get all the skin out of there. Yeah, they just taste nicer. They look nicer. They smell nicer. So yeah, I prefer red onions. So I'm just going to cut them into little pieces, and then I'm going to add them to the pan when I fry the potatoes. There's a little bit of flavouring. I'm also going to cook some vegetables as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having onions, fried potatoes, vegetables and venison. I'm going to season it all up and everything. Season the potatoes as well. That's the onions ready and the potatoes ready. So what I'm going to do is, when I can get this open, is I'm going to season the potatoes as well. Adds a bit of nice measure to it if you season them. I'm going to use it's like a barbecue steak seasoning, so that'll go down quite well, especially when you've got the potatoes in. I like to put the seasoning on, and then I'll add some fry light onto the potatoes as well. That's before I cook them, give them a bit of moisture. So that's them, and then when you put them onto the fry, all the seasoning sticks to it, the moisture, and you put some in the pan to fry it as well. So that's that done. Here come the vegetables. So I'm going to use a selection of vegetables: broccoli, cauliflower, peas, carrots. They're all going to be boiled in the pan, so they're going to be boiled later in the pan. I'm going to add some water to that as well. So that'll be the vegetables. Boil them up lovely in the pan, and then they'll go down nice. So far, no Nico. So far I've prepped the potatoes, the onions and the vegetables. The dog's trying to get at them, to be honest with you. So I'm going to store them over here so he doesn't nick them. He don't really like this kind of stuff, but he always has a little sniff. What I'm going to do as well is, when the vegetables are practically cooked, I'm going to add the stock to the vegetables and the vegetable water. So then when I actually drain the vegetables to put on the plate to eat, and I actually have the meat on there, and I actually have the onions and potatoes, then I'm going to drizzle some of the like stock all over the food. So it's going to add that taste to it as well. It's going to give the kick and the taste, so it'll give you a bit of flavouring as well. So that's what I'm going to do for this meal. So now all the food's prepped, it's just the venison to sort out. But what I will be doing is, when it gets a little bit darker and I set my fire, then I'll season the venison ready to cook. Once the fire's going, I'm going to then boil the vegetables, because the venison doesn't take long to cook. So I'll put on the vegetables on the fire, put the potatoes on the fire and cook them. And then once they are nearly cooked, I'll start cooking the venison, and then that'll be all ready together. You've got to try and put it together. I tell you what, the weather's not looking too clever though, so I'm actually going to be trying to cook outside with the weather looking like this, which is probably not ideal. I hope it cools down, you know, chills down for a bit and doesn't actually rain, because it is looking a bit dark, but then it is getting a bit later, so yeah, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll be bringing you back when I start cooking and when I start preparing the venison. So I hope you like the video so far. I do try to cook as much as I can outside, fresh food as well, just to show you different little things, because I'm not a noodle and pasta sort of cooker. I like to cook and prepare proper meals when I'm outside. I'm kind of thinking, do I cook it earlier or do I cook it a little bit later? I mean, if it starts raining, I'm screwed. But then again, if it's too early and I set a fire, people might say and they might not like it. So I'm in two minds really, but hopefully it goes all well. So yeah, I'll bring you back when I'm cooking the meat anyway, and when I'm cooking everything. And there we have it, the start of the fire. Got the fire going now. The tent obviously there in the background, as you can see. The dog's in the tent now, he's just relaxing because he needs a bit of a rest, so I'm just letting him chill in the tent. Obviously the fire behind me and my cooking station. You've seen me prep the food, so I've got the food ready as well. So yeah, things are all going well. Things are all going well, guys. So next thing is start cooking the food. So I'm gonna let this fire burn a little bit, get some embers, and then start cooking the potatoes, the onions, the vegetables, and then I'll get the venison on, guys. So there we have it. We've got the vegetables cooking, we've got the potatoes cooking, and that's ready for when the meat's ready. And now we've got the venison on, so I'm now cooking the venison. So the vegetables, potatoes, onions and venison is all cooking at the same time. So that's what we're cooking for tonight. So yeah, as you can see, each stage I've cooked. I mean, it's not been easy to cook today because it's been raining a little bit. But as you can see, I've done stage step by step and I'm cooking the food as I said I was cooking. So yeah, I've just got to wait for the rest of this to cook now. See, this is real cooking in the woods. You see all those videos that have got fancy knives and chucking onions up in the air and chucking food on the thing and that lot. You don't have time to do that. When you're out here, proper wild camping, you're in the middle of nowhere, this is what you've got. You've got to travel light, travel with less kit and cook and make do with what you've got. So this is a proper cooking outside in a wild camp. And there you have it, guys. Venison, potatoes and vegetables with a bit of mustard on top. Oh, lovely. Tell you what, guys, don't get better than that. Lovely. It's always nice to eat and appreciate what you've cooked out in the woodlands. it tastes lovely. Honestly, it tastes lovely. It is the business. I love cooking out in the woodlands. You've got to experience it to actually appreciate it. Looking at a video does not do it justice. This video does not do it justice. Honestly, you have to experience it to appreciate it. And now I've got the fire going again. So from the embers, I've just got the fire going again. So that'll be ready for later. That's the dog eating his food as well. So he's got his dinner on the go. So now we're both fed and watered. Happy campers. So it's currently coming to the end of the night now. I've had dinner. I've had the setup. I've set up my tent and everything. The dog's settled. Everything's settled. So now it's starting to get darker. I've got the fire behind me, obviously. So yeah, I've done the day. I mean, it's been a good day. It's been a good experience. The food has been great. I've just had a good time. And I'm a bit muddy, sorry guys. What I think people don't realise is that when you're out here doing this, you're just sat here, you're just relaxing. You can hear the natural sounds of the birds, the animals. You can hear the trees moving. Do you know what I mean? It's just a relaxing time. And the thing is, it does you good for your mental health as well, because you're out in nature, you're out relaxing. You forget life as it is. You know, life in general can be hard, and you find that the daily grind and the daily stresses can get to you a little bit. And when you find something that makes you content and can take all that away, it works well for you mentally. I've found that it's helped me a lot. I've done this for a year now, and it's helped me in all aspects of my life. And I'm just so glad I decided to do these sort of things, because if I hadn't have done something like this, I don't know what my life would have been like now, and I don't know where I'd be. But yeah, so I've enjoyed my journey so far. There's nothing better than sitting out in the middle of the woodlands with a nice warm fire next to you, some nice hearty warm food, listening to the sounds and just being back at one with nature. Many people slate it. Why do you want to go out in the woodlands? Why do you want to sleep in a tent? Why do you want this? Why are you going out in the cold? But until you've actually experienced it, you will never know what it's like. And this is why I say to people, instead of stressing yourself out, instead of sticking to the same narrative, instead of sticking to the same life, change it up a little bit. Try something like this. You never know, it might help. It's not for everyone. I'm not saying everybody should do this. This is brilliant. But try something like this, because you never know. You might do it, and exactly like myself, it'll change your life. And this is why so many people do it, for the reasons that I've spoke about in my video. So guys, for me, this is me signing out tonight. I will get up in the morning and I will speak to you in the morning. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy nature, enjoy what I've set up, and enjoy my camp. And I'll see you all in the morning. Thanks for listening, and thanks for spending today with me. I hope you've liked the day, and I hope it's been something good for you to watch other than the normal TV. Keep supporting. If you could hit that subscribe button, like and comment on my videos. It helps massively, massively. I do have links in my profile description. It's my GoFundMe and my PayPal link. I'm not saying people have to do this. I'm not trying to get people to pay for my lifestyle, but it'd be much appreciated from £1 to a penny, just a donation. It'll all go back into the channel and all go back into helping me go different places and create better content and just creating videos. If not, don't worry about it. I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm enjoying my journey and I'm enjoying making videos, and I hope one day to be a profile that's watched across the country and across the world. But that's a big dream, and I'm only a small person and I'm not as big as many of us on here. So yeah, but thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the morning. Have a good night. I know I will. I'll see you tomorrow.